Hi, Intro to CS students. My name is Alia Elkattan. I graduated in 2020. I studied computer science and I minored in interactive media, politics, and music computing. And that's just to say that I had very different interests throughout my college degree, and I definitely spent my time confirming my choice of major. I also promise I'm not wearing this NYUAD t-shirt intentionally. I just happen to be wearing it today. I want to say two main things. The first one being, I'm sure you've heard this before, but I think it's worth reiterating. Um, you come in with very varying levels of prior exposure to computer science, and that's fine. It's called intro for a reason. But you'll also continue to have varying levels of difficulty throughout your journey as a computer science major. And if you find it incredibly easy, it's great. I hope your professors give you harder projects. But if you do find some difficulty and if you do, find some struggles throughout the major, please don't think that it reflects poorly on your abilities as a computer science major or your potential and what you can do in the future. I think I'm one of the people who had my fair share of difficulties in various computer science classes. Alhamdulillah, first of all, I graduated, which is what matters. But also, I have a pretty good job and I'm really happy with where I am at the moment. And I think it's a beautiful thing to get to spend time to learn what are the ways of learning that suit you best, and also understand what your areas of interest within computer science are. The second thing I want to talk about is the reason that I found computer science exciting and why it fit me personally, which is that it opens so many doors for you, and there's also doors that you can open for yourself and even create. So you can really feel free to fit and mold your computer science education into who you are, rather than trying to fit any persona that you might have about what a computer science major's interest should be. Personally, at the beginning of college, I was really into computational art and virtual reality, and I found my CS education really helpful in applying it in that context and making stuff that I found to be just fun and creative and exciting. At a later stage, I became very invested in the societal impact of artificial intelligence. And so, a few friends and I, who also studied computer science at NYUAD, built this educational simulation on how AI could be biased and how bias could propagate, injustice and inequity for Mozilla Foundation. And that was also a very beneficial experience. But then a third thing was I worked at the Center for Social Media and Politics at NYU on research on social media and politics, where I had to learn a lot about data science and text analysis, but within a social science context, which is just very different from the two previous examples I mentioned. And then currently, I am a product manager at McKinsey at their digital lab. McKinsey is a consulting firm. And in the future, I hope to leave McKinsey and pursue research at graduate school. And I want to further study the impact of technology on society and on politics, and also build data science tools that facilitate social science research. And all these things that I mentioned sound a bit different from one another, or very different from one another, but I think they reflect on just the diversity of experiences that exist within computer science. Even if you have, a very specific interest, that interest might be very, very different from the person sitting next to you. So please do feel free to, cater your education towards your own interests, whether that's applying it outside of computer science. I also did research for the psychology department because they were switching into online experiments when COVID hit. But also that means, within computer science, from research on networks to research on AI, it looks very different. So there's a lot of different opportunities available to you. And honestly, as a first year student, I had no idea that all these opportunities existed, but also I didn't know that I would have interests in social science or psychology or VR or games or whatever it may be. So please don't feel the pressure to specialize now or to really know what your 4-year plan is. You have time, and I think the beauty and the excitement is in taking the time to pursue different opportunities and find out where you fit. And along the way, please make sure that you seek the avenues of support that you need, whether it's the Unix lab, office hours, which I wish I went to more often, older students and alumni, professors, etc. I know we're all very excited to see what you come out of your CS journey with. And good luck.